What's up, everybody? I'm Btrue, and it's time for more story time with Btrue. So, alright, last time I made a video, somebody commented and they said, we want a story that's really embarrassing, something you did when you were drunk, and you did something really stupid. I will do one of those. Problem is, I can't really think of any off the top of my head that would be like funny and embarrassing. I have embarrassing drunk stories. There's nothing really funny to them. So I'm going to try and keep them funny, and then we'll see if I can think of one on that. Another person said, we want a story time of how you lost your virginity. Again, not a funny story at all. It's like pretty, plain story. If anything, the only funny thing about it is how long it lasted. But, yeah, so this is a story that I came up with as a little bit of a mix of the two of them, okay? So, also in the comments down below, go ahead and let me know if there's any kind of a story that you want me to tell you guys about my life, and I'll try and think of the closest thing that I can to it. So, this story took place when I was in college. When I was in college, I was dating a girl, okay? So, at the time that I was dating the girl, I also had a neighbor. This neighbor girl was pretty attractive, so as you can see, there was a slight conflict of interest. This is just backstory to the actual story itself. So the neighbor girl and me screwed around a little. My girlfriend ended up finding out, obviously, because that always happens in college. If you cheat, you are going to get caught in college. It's pretty much 100% gonna happen. So me and the girlfriend worked it out. I cut off all contact with the neighbor girl. Neighbor girl hated me, all that good stuff. We didn't talk for months, okay? So me and my girlfriend are back together. Everything's going pretty well. She is somewhere else for the weekend. It is Halloween weekend. Now, anybody who's been in college, you know how crazy Halloween weekend gets, right? Halloween weekend is like the weekend that everybody goes crazy. So, anyway... It's Halloween weekend. Girlfriend's out of town. I want to get laid. You know how it is. It's Halloween weekend. You got girls walking around dressed in freaking nothing. It's you want to have some fun. So so the girl, my neighbor girl, she works as a bartending waitress, a shot waitress at one of the biggest bars in our town. Okay, so me and my best friend go there. We're dressed up. We get there. My best friend, who's also my roommate, obviously we're all neighbors together. So he's still really good friends with her. Me and her don't talk anymore, but he's still good friends. So we get to the bar. We're hanging out there. We see her. Okay, so she comes up and starts talking to my roommate because they're good friends. And I'm just kind of sitting there. We pretty much have been ignoring each other over the past couple months. And she was wearing an angel costume, okay? Small angel costume, right? And she was blessed up top, if you know what I'm saying. So this angel costume looked very, very good on her. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see what happens. So I commented, I kind of chimed in on the conversation, and from the look on her face, you could tell she was actually a little surprised that I had even said anything, because generally I would just kind of ignore her, and then me and my roommate would go on. But I commented, and she was, a little surprised, and then, she kind of commented back. We talked a little bit. The three of us were kind of talking, and then she was holding her shot tray, and obviously she had to go, do her shot thing, so she ended up walking away. And this is one of those shooters shoot posts, like when you see on social media, it's like, shoot or shoot. Well, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to take a shot. So I texted her. Okay, I still had her number. I texted her and I said, shouldn't you be focused on selling shots? Right? That was it. That's all I said. Referencing the fact that she spent a good amount of time talking to us rather than, out doing her job and everything. So I said, shouldn't you be focused on selling shots? Almost immediately back, I got a response and said, I opened it up and it said, or fucking you, ... And I was like, wait a second. That's not the response that I was expecting at all. So I was like, I read it a couple times because I was pretty drunk at this point. I was like, I'm a roommate. I was like, does that say what I think it says? And he goes, dude. And I'm like, I think I have to. So, again, not the response I was expecting, and I was a little caught off guard, but I was like, okay. And so I can't remember exactly. Those are the only 2 lines of the conversation that I remember exactly, because I remember exactly what I said to start it, and I remember exactly what she responded with. But then from there, it kind of just went to like, hey, come over after your shift is over, because she was working, and she was like, all right. And I was like, yeah, come over. And I said, leave your costume on. So I wanted her to keep the angel outfit on. And I ended up running into her again a little bit later in the night when she was walking around. And I kind of like, she was like walking down the stairs, and I kind of like cornered her. Not in a creepy way. Okay, I know what you think when you hear like corner. I didn't like corner her in a creepy way. I just kind of like, we like kind of separated ourselves from the normal crowd, and we were like, up against the wall, and we talked, and I was like, no, I'm serious, like, come over when you're done. She goes, yeah, I will. And I was like, leave your costume on. She goes, okay. So at this point, I'm like, all right, sweet, this is good. I gotta wait till she's done work, though, like, so she might not be over till like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, all right, I gotta find a way to stay awake. So I leave the bar. Okay, I'm pretty drunk at this point. I leave the bar. My best friend, he found a girl, so he had already left. He was going home with her, and I was still there. I was like, okay, now so I'm walking home. As I'm walking home, one of my friends from the football team, because I played football in college, one of my friends from the football team, he was sitting on the curb, bleeding out of the back of his head. And I was like, dude, what the fuck happened to you? And he's like, I just got jumped by a couple of dudes, and as I was walking here, and I was like, oh my god, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And he goes, no, yeah, my friends are on the way. Other guys from the football team, like, my friends are on the way. I'm okay. Like, he wasn't bleeding a lot, but he just like, he had like a line of blood that was like running down like the side of his neck. And I was like, holy shit, dude, that's crazy. And he's like, yeah, be careful when you're walking, whatever direction. That's where they were at. And I was like, shit, you want me to wait with you? So I waited until the other guys came. They obviously were all pissed off. They wanted to go fight. They wanted to go find these guys. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to get into this right now. I got other things on my mind. So they went off searching for the dudes that ended up doing it. And I continued my walk home. So I get home, and it's probably 2 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there. She doesn't get off till 4, okay? So I still got some time, and I'm like, ah, shit, I'm kind of tired. I'm tired, and I'm really drunk. So I was like, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play some League of Legends. So I have my laptop. This is before I had my desktop or anything. So I have my laptop. I'm sitting on the couch playing League of Legends with a laptop, okay? I'm playing for a couple hours. Finally, I end up getting the text around like 3:45. Like, hey, just about to finish closing up, and then I'm walking home. So the walk takes probably 10, 12 minutes, okay? So I'm like, okay, I'll finish up this game. We'll be good. Right around this time, okay, I noticed that my stomach started feeling a little weird. So, okay, all right, that's fine. We keep playing, okay? Keep playing. Stomach feels weird again. I'm like, shit. You have got to be kidding me. So, I had to puke. I had 2 options at this point. Puke now, or try and hold it and pray to God I don't throw up when she gets there and we're in the middle of our business, okay? Nothing is worse than puking in the middle of your business. I've never done it, but it's happened to me with a girl. That can be a whole nother story time, actually. Actually, that might be the next one. The time the girl threw up in my bed. Okay, so, anyway, here we go. So, I'm like, okay, game time decision. So she texts me, she goes, I'm on the way home. I'm like, okay, I have about 10 minutes to decide what I'm going to do here, right? I'm like, on that edge. I'm on the edge. Like, do I really need to do it? And I was like, okay, I can't risk this, okay? I cannot risk blowing this right now. So, I go into the bathroom. I close my laptop right in the middle of an ARAM game. It's ARAM, nobody cares. Close my laptop, go into the bathroom. Stick my fingers down my throat because I need to make this happen now. If she shows up and I'm in the middle of puking, night over, right? So I'm like, I got to do this right now. So I take my fingers and I shove them down my throat. start puking, right? A lot. I'm puking a lot because I had a lot to drink, which is why I had to puke in the first place. So I'm puking a lot, right? Just over and over and over. Finally, get done. Feel like shit. Eyes are watering. Throat's killing me. You know, wash off, wash my face, wash my mouth out, brush my teeth real quick. Get Febreze, spray it in my bathroom. Okay. Maybe 2 minutes after I finish cleaning everything up, she comes in. She walks in. I was like, oh my God. The timing was so close. Like, movie. You know, like when you're watching a movie and you, like, see, like, the split camera, like, her walking up the street, like, me puking. Yeah, it was like that. So she finally walks in. I'm like, okay. Thank God. I don't feel like I have to puke anymore. I'm good. She comes in. It's 4:15, 4 o'clock, 4:15 in the morning, right? I'm tired. I just puked. Pretty drunk. She comes in, still wearing the angel outfit. And she looks amazing. So, I bring her into my room, shut the door. She's all covered in glitter and stuff. We, like, barely even talk and just start going at it, right? So she's got the angel stuff on. I, like, tear the wings, and she had, like, a halo and little, like, fake wings. Like, tear them off. Like, she's got just, like, the rest of the stuff on, and we're, like... So we're going at it, okay? Because this is the first time we've done anything in months. So it was like that... You know, like, because we couldn't really talk to each other, but we were really, really physically attracted to each other. But because of the girlfriend and everything, like, we couldn't talk. So there was, like, that weird sexual tension going on between everybody. You know what I mean? So finally, we just get to unload, okay? So we're going at it. Everything's, you know, great. We'll just stick with that. It was good. It was good. It was a very good night, okay? So, next morning, I wake up. She's there. All she has is her freaking angel outfit to put back on. I mean, luckily she was my neighbor, so she's right next door. Didn't have to, like, walk of shame home or anything. But she leaves, okay? So she leaves in the morning. And I go out, I make some breakfast. I come back in and I look, and my bedroom is fucking covered in glitter. Because she had the glitter from the wings, and then she had glitter, like, spray stuff all over her body, okay? So my whole bed is shining. The floor is reflecting light. Like, there's fucking glitter everywhere. And I'm like, and I texted her and I was like, there is so much glitter in my house right now. And she goes, well, yeah, you fucked Tinkerbell last night. Which I thought was pretty funny. But I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm going to get caught because my girlfriend is going to find the fucking glitter in in my room. So I have to wash everything. I'm vacuuming. I'm like vacuuming the curtains because there's glitter on the curtains somehow. I don't know, dude. I don't know what happened. It must have gotten crazy. So that guy, I told you. Yeah, okay. Like washing my comforter, wash the entire bed. Insane, right? So my girlfriend gets back, then she comes over like the next day, like not like the day after Halloween was like Sunday, and then like the day after, so she came over on like Monday, and I was just like praying to God that there was no glitter that I had missed. And she was like, wow, your room's really clean. And I was like, yeah, I had a pretty boring Halloween. I ended up cleaning my room yesterday. Thankfully, she never found out. Things kind of got crazy then for a little while afterwards, because then the neighbor thought that we were like gonna start doing stuff again, but I couldn't because of the girlfriend. It was only because the girlfriend wasn't there, and then the girlfriend found out that the neighbor was like trying to talk to me again, and like so that's the non-funny or interesting part of the story. That's like the shitty you shouldn't have done that in the first place part of the story. But anyway, it was a hell of a Halloween night, and by far my favorite Halloween to this day because of how everything kind of transpired, and the best, after Halloween that I ever had. So that is my college Halloween story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. Next time, like I said, it was actually perfect. Next time I will tell you guys about the time that a girl puked in my bed in the middle of our action. So that'll be one you guys can look forward to next weekend. Yeah, like I said, if there's any other stories you guys want to hear about me, leave a comment down below. I will try and get the closest thing that I can that's going to be interesting and funny, because if it's not both of those, then it's not really worth telling. Like I said, the virginity story, really not interesting or funny, except for the fact that it was like 15 seconds long. No lie, I swear to God. It's gotten much better since then, but back then, whew, it was bad. And then I'm going to try and think of like an embarrassing drunk story that would be funny to tell as well. I've been kind of struggling to come up with a good one, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So leave a comment down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed story time with Btrue. This actually seems to be one of my the most supported of the new videos that I started doing here, as far as like to dislike ratio and all that stuff. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying story time with Btrue. Like I said, I'll see you guys in the next one next weekend. I hope you guys all enjoyed this one. Have a great day, and peace.